You can't time travel, but your phone has the internet from 5 years in the future. What do you search for first? Biggest crisis in the last 5 years. That'd be depressing. Lottery numbers the last 5 years. Easy peasy. Week 1, buy a ticket, win the lottery. Week 2, buy a ticket, publicly post the winning numbers 3 minutes before the draw. Week 3, publicly post the winning numbers 2 days in advance. Watch as everyone buys tickets with those numbers, wins the jackpot, then gets less than the value of their ticket as the prize pool is split between everyone. They do something similar in Peaky Blinders with a racehorse, only in their plan the horse loses the third race. So you would give fake numbers in week 3 and your winnings will be higher. I fucking love Peaky Blinders. I stopped watching after season 4, is it still good? I think so. They get a lot more into politics and high power than the usual street dirt, and some people don't like it because it's not as much violence and such. But I loved it because it shows how once you have enough money and power, you run out of ways to grab more unless it's in politics. And that politicians are way more gangster than the real gangsters. Cure for type 1 diabetes. Doctors have been saying it's 5 years away for a while now. I was diagnosed 8 years ago and they were saying it back then too. 26 years. Said it then too. 7 years ago. Hey op, cherish 2015 while you can. Okay. Stock prices in 2025, save up to buy a share. Profit. That's how you get Van Damned. The guy from Bloodsport and Timecop is going to kick my ass. That's actually kinda awesome. I would start a blog on my PC and then switch to my phone to check if it now has updates from the future. If so, my future self could talk to my present self. I could read about my mistakes and try to avoid them. If a post disappears, that would mean that I did it right. Reminds me of a story I read where a character can use short-range time travel as long as he doesn't meet himself. And he needs to open a combination lock. So he thinks to himself, here's what I'll do. I'll try the combination 0000. If it works, I'll write good job, the combination is 0000 on a piece of paper, otherwise I'll write nope, try 0001. Then I'll go back to this morning and open my closet, and slip the note into the pocket of these pants I put on this morning. So now I can check my pocket for a note, and if the note starts with nope, then I'll try the combination it suggests, and then write a new note with that combination +1 and send it back the same way. Logically, I'll only have to go back and try it at most 2 times, the other copies of me will be unaware that they're stuck in a time loop until we finally guess the right combination. Therefore I'll check my pocket now, and logically the note should say good job and have the correct combination, otherwise I'll wind up erasing my memory of having the wrong combination when I change the past. So he reaches into his pocket and pulls out a note, and it is recognizably his own handwriting, but twisted and somehow agonized looking. And the note has water damage, soot smudges, and little drops of blood. And all it says is don't duck with time. So he abandons that plan and just blasts the lock off. I'd like to read this story. What's it called? Harry Potter and the Method of Rationality, which has very mixed reviews. It can be a blast, or very, very irritating, or both. Oh my god, I read parts of that when I was younger. I loved it at first but just didn't keep up with it. I'd searched to see if The Winds of Winter has been published yet. Sadly, Op said 5 years into the future only. The death of the author within that time frame is actually very realistic though. I've actually given up going past book 2 of the series because I can't stand the idea of the story not getting finished and being completely unsatisfied with Game of Thrones again. Book 3 is the beast. Well, I went to Reddit and found this post. Hello from 2015. You couldn't have given us a heads up a couple of years ago. That is Bill Gates' alternate Reddit account. He did warn us with a TED Talk in 2015. Hell, even the Pentagon saw it coming. In a report published in early 2017 right before Inauguration Day, the Pentagon was warning the White House of a possible novel virus, more specifically coronavirus, as the biggest national security threat. The White House ignored. Here is the original report that broke the story, TheNation.com. Despite President Trump's repeated assertions that the COVID-19 epidemic was unforeseen and came out of nowhere, the Pentagon was not just well aware of the threat of a novel influenza but even anticipated the consequent scarcity of ventilators, face masks and hospital beds, according to a 2017 Pentagon plan obtained by The Nation. The most likely and significant threat is a novel respiratory disease, particularly a novel influenza disease, the military plan states. The document specifically refers to coronaviruses on several occasions, in one instance saying, coronavirus infections are common around the world. All sports betting wins of the last 5 years. I don't need them all, I just need the biggest upsets. No. Just need a group of 11. 11-team parlays offer odds of about 1,233 to 1. Take out a sketchy cash loan of $10,000, make the bet and you won $12 million. Lottery numbers, stock prices, my name. Hashtag X200B. You may ask why my name, but it's very simple, as I then can learn if I died until then or got caught for some shit and are still in prison. Nikitino 8 won the lottery in 2021, made brilliant investments in the stock market between 2021 and 2024. Sadly, they were murdered during a home invasion gone wrong in their new house in late 2024. Be careful what you wish for. Edit. Thanks for my first awards. I'd try to be like Bill Murray's character by the end of Groundhog Day. Find out if there's any needless deaths from preventable accidents that I may be able to change. Obviously, I'd have won the lotto too. This would give me plenty of resources and free time to become a local superhero. Edit, based on the show Early Edition from the 90s. The only problem I could see with this scenario would be people trying to understand your selection process, like why did you save her from a car accident that day? My son was in a car accident only 2 miles away, why didn't you save him? It certainly would turn as the rescues started to rack up. The other issue is the butterfly effect. The future will change based on Omeglamore's actions. Those changes compound themselves until the future looks nothing like what Op has foreseen. The surest things to be changed are things that happen nearly at random, such as car accidents. If so-and-so left their house 10 seconds later, the drunk driver would have hit a telephone pole instead of so-and-so, for example. So all the predictions would quickly be rendered inaccurate. Well, yes, but also, Op didn't specify what the phone's capabilities are, so I'd like to believe that it would change based on actual changes in time. That could be. Kind of like Ziggy from Quantum Leap. The newspaper from Early Edition also updated. I search porn to see if the industry has gotten over its step-family obsession. Yes, but they only drop the step part. The family that lays together, stays together. The family that ducks together, stucks together. It's the getting stuck part that starts it usually anyway. How close are we to be able to go to Mars? News headline from 2025, NASA plans to return to the moon in 2029. Perpetually always 4 years out. Return to the Moon by George R.R. Martin. Nintendo directs. Then I'll make predictions for a lot of things Nintendo will do, but I'll phrase it in an increasingly implausible way. After a few directs, people will hopefully catch on and start believing everything I say. After 5 years, assuming I can't look into the future again, I'll start making random shit up and watch the internet argue about my predictions. Surely this can't be real, but his track record is impeccable. Brilliant, imagine the Smash character leaks. Hashtag Fire Emblem, 3 Houses reveals 3 new Smash Bros. Ultimate DLC options, Ignatz, Lawrence, and Cyril. How could you forget Gatekeeper? We need Gatekeeper. Lotto numbers, sports results, stock market stats. Who said future and options are risky? I always wonder about the stock market ones. Fair enough buying options, I suppose, but if you took an early large equity stake in Google using knowledge of the future, would you be running the risk that your large stake might have otherwise gone to a future board member who would have then gone on to impact Google's value positively? Dank memes from the future so I can repost them for that sweet karma. I'm gonna go all over them in Keyspaw on you and say that when you post those dank memes, you get minimal karma. But the person who reposts your stolen future memes gets the karma, which is who you steal them from in the future. Christopher Nolan wants to know your location. Dankception.